points than him, boy.
Tell this nigga, man.
Who did a three-peat?
Who had Shaq? What? Who played with
Wait. We gotta start this from
the most all-stars? Who played with the most all-stars?
Start this from the top. It's looking choppy for y'all.
I beat him. Best have 3 possessions. We're not number 1.
I think that might just be his camera. Cause I don't got too many things open today. At least not more than usual.
What's the score, bro? What's the score? What's good, Joe? We're in the TNC Dallas right now showcase. We got about 180 guys trying not to be on TNC. This is freaking dope to see. That's just fire. Like, you look at all the guys with their jersey numbers on their back, names on their back. Talk about setting the standard. This is amazing. Vegas, October 3rd through 5th. We on the way for a showcase as well. So you in Vegas, Caddy. You know Bron the GOAT.
Kobe.
Yeah, how LeBron got more points than him, boy.
Tell this nigga, man.
Who did a three-peat?
Who had Shaq? What?
Who played with the most all-stars? Who played with the most all-stars?
Technically Bron, but they was washed.
Bro, I just seen a post the other day, and then you have to really think about it. Kobe played with the worst roster for real to win back-to-back championships, bro.
Al Gasol's a Hall of Famer.
That's one play. Name it.
That's all you need.
No, go. Boy, he had Luke Walton on there.
Ball on my head like a
Hall of
ball
Famer.
scrotum like Nicki
We doing
Minaj.
these
Is he a Hall of
arguments,
Famer?
bro.
Is he a
He's
Hall
a
of
great
Famer?
role player.
All right,
No,
but
because he was on cut the 30-10 knee. I'll give you 15. He'll start 15. We'll talk. Head start. That's so light. Hold on, we got backyard chain in Dallas.
He taller than they thought, man. I thought he was 4'5".
I'm taller than he thought, nigga. Yes. I'm 6'1". Yeah.
Oh, 30 to 7, maybe 8.
I had 40 on you, so now I only get 7?
Put your shoes on.
Nah, he got the red shoes. Let's relax.
No, he had red shoes on when I played too.
Red shoes on.
I was dying for someone square 85 on me.
That day, it wouldn't matter. I mean, it wouldn't matter now.
I play defense.
When I raised up here,
I'm already there with
it's
you.
like I'm looking down at him like, oh, you're so cute.
Hey, that's what I did to him. 40-30. 35 me.
You 30 to 3, bro.
3?
I'm gonna let you start at 3 though.
I'm already guard you. You ain't see what I did. You can't score me.
Too short. I'll just shoot over you.
My hand's already right there though.
I'm gonna let him start off at 7 points, and he gonna lose 30 to 7.
Now, if you believe that,
He's so
you like.
disrespectful.
You shorter in person.
Rob said I'm taller in person. He said I'm shorter in person. But I'm long in person though. You know what I'm saying? I'm 30, married with a
You knew
kid.
what he
I'm
was
off limits. You know what I'm saying? I can say whatever. Say whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm proven.
You play BBL, what's the score?
It depends on where. In the backyard, I don't lose. I don't even dribble. I just. I know my rim. Pause. I be frying him too. I gave you a bucket at TCO1. What? He was guarding me and shit, and I gave you.
you talking fast don't make it true.
When you shoot with a ring on, that shit blind me a little bit. Look, that shit low-key blind me a little bit when I be shooting. That's why I be like,
God damn! I can't see a motherfucking thing.
Hey, how old is he? Come on, bro. 22. Bro, 22.
I'm telling you, bro, niggas know. Wow.
And I greet Mills, right? He's gonna say 22.
Yes, 100%. Mills! 2003.
No. Okay.
Is your son not 22 years old? 22? Yeah, am I not 22?
Emphasize how she first reacted to that.
No. You said 22, like, yeah, of course you're 22. You forgot? You forgot your age?
That's you.
That's my last name.
22. 22. I'm part of the 22 game.
No, you skull cap. You 30. 5. Where BBL said, bro, BBL, he believes Russell Westbrook's the best player ever.
You bring up a valid point.
We let a nigga that's a Westbrook stand lie
Saying
about
Westbrook the best point guard ever. Like, what the fuck?
accountability department.
Accountability department. Westbrook ass.
Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. No. You said niggas I'm 29?
Why
Why
you
you
come up in
lying?
here like that?
You the oldest of the group.
No, whoa. Millie's 35.
You not 29?
I'm 22. I'm born 2003.
Would you say, like, rough estimate he's 22?
Be honest for once. Be honest for once.
You're not talking.
I remember now you talking about that weekend.
Is that a starter?
Oh, nah.
It's not starter. It's not starter.
What is that? Aviator, nigga? Gat? Hat?
Yo! What kind of socks is those?
No, don't worry about the socks.
No, yeah.
Worry about the feet.
What if you take the shoe off?
Those are,
Wow. Oh my God. You're 30. You're 30.
He's 30.
He's 30.
He's 30.
He's 30 as fuck.
You 30.
You 30 as fuck.
30 is
Don't worry
fucking
what the
tough.
score be with me. This nigga.
Oh, he can't beat me like this.
I'll put a brace on and beat him. Yeah, we can just stand this deal. It.
That's what I did to him earlier.
You do a damn thing to me.
He playing defense. Dropped it between his legs, walked right around like that.
Accountability 2025. We can't make up lies.
You know, Burke do be lying though.
I don't lie either. You guys
No, you do. Who's your favorite player of all time?
LeBron.
I'm a LeBron fan. We lie. LeBron lies. How's that Malcolm X book? He said, yeah, this is brand new, never opened.
It was a cutout of his phone was in the book. It was a cutout and his phone was in there. He was scrolling his time.
I didn't know you could throw the ball. You look good out there.
I'm real QB1 in bit.
Oh, I gotta go watch that.
Watch this shit. I got the highlight tape posted right now.
He said, yeah,
Lots up. Hey, Kenny, it's small, bro.
7 straight.
Oh, let me see some Yak's finest. Watch, you gonna miss the first one. Watch.
Yes.
Watch the game too much, man. It's usually how the shit goes. Smokey.
Almost smoking.
Yep, got it. Hey,
Dang.
that's how you do it, bro. This why I really should be next chapter. I ain't gonna lie. Here? He's here. Oh, hey, watch this though. Oh, it's backyard type shit? Yeah, backyard type shit. Okay. Ah! The ball's in the way. Too much distraction.
Too much distraction for you.
My peripheral.
Not me.
My peripheral type. No, for you.
Oh, me. So I
She.
still made it though.
Hey, Shador's playing today, ain't he?
Nah, no bullshit. He is playing.
No, he is. I think I missed it. Play some defense, nigga. Play some defense, nigga. God damn. Good. Ref. Count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck, nigga. Get off the court, nigga.
I just locked you up.
Fouled the shit out of me.
Scored.
You fouled the shit out of me. Because you fouled the shit out of me.
I'm gonna get some food.
Left side.
Shut up, nigga.
Damn.
Nigga traveling.
You wet that hoe. Hold up, we gotta see that one more time. Wet that hoe.
Nigga traveling. I just scored you 5 times when you was on defense. You wasn't locked in.
You can't get the ball back. How the f you miss
Power
and get the ball back?
nigga. What? I didn't miss.
That's all you missed.
You saw it. They
You
didn't.
saw it. This nigga be in there. 5-1, nigga. This so light.
Game's a 7. Come on.
No, it's 5. Hey, Kelly, it's already over.
Beat the shit out of you.
The video's already over. 5-1 me. What that is, Meech? What that is, Meech? Please. Say, look, I'll say your BBL, nigga. I don't have it anymore. 5 straight.
Okay.
You do it so crazy. Oh, hell no. Nah, I'd be damn, bro. Fuck no. I'd be damn.
It is, but you can't call it. You can't call it.
You gotta call it when it happens.
I'm gonna foul that nigga even harder next time.
Good bump right there. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. He got put shoes on for me. Real shit. I got phone in pocket, baggy, daddy, and cash burger.
Damn. Watch out for him.
Predator miss.
Yeah, we own that.
Say everybody that can't go.
I'm Team Drifty, nigga.
He ain't never beat me in his life.
Team Drifty.
Damn.
Nah.
Yeah,
Not
not
better
that
than
age.
me.
Not that age.
Hey, wait, you can't beat the championship?
I'm 210.
What the fuck?
Damn.
That's crazy,
Cash
man.
nasty.
Talking that high.
I won that one.
The only reason I'm rocking these right here, bro, Kyrie Irving came in the stream, showed love, dog. I was like, man, I got some SpongeBob's, you know? You give me better answers, bro, I'm rocking.
I'll give you Rep's number today.
Yeah, do that. Put me in the group chat immediately.
I get limited, he gets 2 trophies.
What?
Oh my gosh. We gonna shoot his face off today.
Let him know where you from.
Hey, South Sacramento, nah, man. Oh, what you talking about? We gonna shoot.
Hell no. They'll be missing some shots. I'll be questioning
Let me
him.
get that one. Let me get that one. Let me get that one,
I
son.
won.
He beat Moon. He beat.
Bro, I beat Rob and Moon the same day. I'm living with that. Yes, I won.
You won.
I won this crazy.
You ain't long with that.
See, I get 2 stops. That's it. You she gets shoot right there.
Oh, got him. He jumped. He got an air.
Got him.
Uh-oh.
1 stop. That's it. And I win.
Wait, oh yeah, he gotta get one more stop. I get the ball back.
I beat Rob. I beat Rob, nigga.
Your resume is crazy.
I just beat the #1 nigga on YouTube, allegedly. Like, nigga, what that make me?
Allegedly.
Beat me. Number the ball, nigga.
Man, you ain't done nothing, bro. What you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Look at
Hell nah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Somebody get him out of there.
They didn't shoot his face off.
Shoot that hoe.
Get up.
Mm.
Shoot your face off, man.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody get the f off.
He just
man.
ran the
Man,
gauntlet.
these randoms.
I beat him. Man, that was there.
You're not #1 anymore. What's the score, bro? What's the score? Hey, who's not?
He #2 to me. And I did that. I did that, bro. I did that.
Fuck no, he didn't do that. Crazy, man. Oh, there was a part 2?